Deep within the deep shadowy depths of the deep shadows of depth occur the strangest phenomena that also usually have murders in them. Listen in terror as Detective Errol Street investigates mysteries of an uncanny nature. Episode 425, The Case of the Satanists and the Disappearing Buttocks. Street here, Errol Street, Mr. Errol Street, professional detective. This week's story begins last year in the warmest summer we'd ever had, with temperatures reaching a high of 22 degrees, below zero. It was hotter than the hottest pepper. Although if the pepper's so hot, why is it called a chili? What's the deal? Never mind. It was very hot. And on this very hot day, I was sitting in my office in central London doing some very important writing. Angry, annoyed, irritated. Yes, I was doing the crosswords. We're not going to get very far, are we? When suddenly there came a gnawing at the dock. There came a gnawing at the there came a knocking at the door. No, that was it. There came a knocking at the door. Come in.
It's locked!
Ah, yes, I forgot I kept the door locked to prevent people from entering. Just a moment. Now, do come in.
It's still locked!
Ah, yes, how silly of me. That was my miniature door that I keep next to the regular door. Oh, there we are.
Oh, thank you, sir, finally.
Oh, please, come in and sit down. Now, who are you and why are you here?
Oh, I'm someone who wishes to use your services, and I wish to use your services.
Down the hall and to the right, flush twice as the pipes are clogged.
Oh, never mind, I'll hold it in.
Say, where have I seen you before?
Well, in your office half a minute ago.
Ah, yes, that's it. Now, how may I help you?
Oh, well, sir, let me tell you a story. And to make a long story short, I'll say it again, but faster. Story.
And what is the story?
Oh, my sister is missing.
Is that her name?
Oh, yes, sir. Miss Singh. Miss Susan Singh. But she is also missing.
Miss Singh is missing.
Well, that's right, sir. And so I thought of you.
Why did you think of me?
Well, I saw your notice in the paper.
Which one?
Which paper?
Which notice?
The one that said, please think of me.
Ah, that one.
Do you have many notices in the paper?
Oh, just two. One says, please think of me, and the other says, please do not think of me.
Do they work?
Yes, in both cases, people think of me.
So, you can help me, sir?
Well, I believe I have an opening.
Yeah, and it took you 5 minutes to unlock it.
Ah, I now remember where I'd seen you before.
And where's that, sir?
In my office 2 minutes ago.
Well, that's right, sir.
But you said half a minute ago.
Well, that was a minute and a half ago.
So you were here a minute and a half ago as well. I knew I'd seen you before. So, tell me, what does Miss Singh do?
Oh, she's a singer, sir.
Miss Singh sings.
And dances, sir.
And you are Miss Singh's brother?
Oh, yes, sir.
And what do you do?
I'm a cook, sir.
And what is your name?
I'm Dan, sir.
I thought you said you were a cook.
I am a cook.
Dan Cook?
No, Dan Singh.
You're a singer?
No, I'm a cook.
So you, Dan Singh, are a cook, and your sister Susan Singh sings?
I'm dancer, sir.
I see. And how long has she been gone?
Oh, several days.
And how many is several?
Oh, well, that's a good question, sir. Some say it's between 2 and 3, others say it's up to 5. It's been the subject of many semantics lessons.
And before she left?
Well, I was with her.
You were with her? Whither were you with her?
Oh, hither and thither.
You were with her hither and thither?
Hither, I mean, yes, sir.
That's very suspicious.
Well, would I come here of my own free will and ask you for help in finding her if I had anything to do with it?
Well, you might. But let's say I believe you.
I believe you.
I believe you. Well, you say she's a singer and dancer.
She's a singer and dancer.
Where exactly does she sing and dance?
Oh, at a club, sir. You might have heard of it. The Butterfly Club.
Ah, yes, the infamous Butterfly Club, London's most exclusive entertainment venue, housing the world's best performers and also a twat doing jokes about toilets.
Oh, the very same.
Oh, then let us make our way down to the club, and there we shall lie to find a truck, try to try to find our luck. Before we went there, I quickly phoned my brother to tell him of the missing girl. As you know from listening to this regular serialized program, he was a policeman, and we often helped each other with our respective cases. As you know, his name is Russell Street. Hello, Russell? Yes, it's Errol. Listen, there's a case here. A singer and dancer has vanished. Her name, I'll tell you later. After the phone call, I went with dancing to the Butterfly Club, just a few blocks down from the Caterpillar Club. As we went inside, the club atmosphere hit me like a wave of water. In fact, it was water. It was splashing day at the Butterfly Club, and I got soaking wet. As I dried myself off, I walked up to the manager's office and started to make some inquiries. After I realized I could not get answers from an office, I started to question the manager. Mr. Meritocracy Skin Lesions. So you, sir, are the manager of this fine establishment.
You could say that.
I did say that.
You could say it again.
So you, sir, are the manager of this fine establishment.
Well, that is correct. I am impresario of stage, left and right. Sometimes also the middle.
Very good, very good. My name is Street, Errol Street, Mr. Errol Street. You can call me on the telephone.
Very well, Mr. Telephone. What is it you wish to find out?
Well, I've been led to believe that you employ here one Miss Susan Singh, dancer and singer.
Ah, yes, the Singh girl.
Ah, so she wasn't married. That's useful information.
And what else would you like to know about her?
Oh, when did she perform last?
Never. She was always first on the bill.
And when was the last time she appeared on the bill?
Several days ago.
Was it a bill of good health?
Oh, quite the opposite. It was a medical bill.
She was unwell.
Oh, yes, that's why she only appeared several days ago.
Was she seeing a doctor?
Well, she wasn't seeing anyone. As I said, she was single.
Ah, my apologies.
None taken.
With this new information, I then questioned Dan about his sister's illness. Dan, Mr. Skin Lesions informs me your sister was unwell.
Well, yeah, she had a toothache and went to the doctor, who gave her instructions to relieve tooth pain.
And why didn't she see a dentist?
Wartime shortages?
Yes, it's wartime.
Approximately.
Are there many dentists off in the war?
Oh, yes, they're all drill sergeants.
Of course. Well, I'll follow this up later. It was beginning to get dark by the time I finished speaking to Dan. I called my brother at the police station to ask whether there had been any leads. He sounded excited, so I rushed to meet him, and we went for a walk in the beautiful London summer air. So, Russell, what is it you are so excited to tell me? Have you found anything in connection with the girl? Oh, the girl? Oh, no, I just saw a rather large dog today. And that's it? Nothing to do with Miss Singh? Oh, no, but the lady walking the dog had it on a lead. Again, Russell. Works every time. Seriously, is there anything you can tell me? Oh, matter of fact, there is another case of a missing girl that I'm following up right now. Might be the same one. And is that where you're taking me? Oh, yes, Errol. We had a tip-off that she was last seen down this very alleyway. This one here? Oh, is she there? Oh, I'll just go check.
Oh my God!
Is the girl there? Well, the girl is there, but she's left something behind. And what has she left behind? Her behind. She left her behind. Oh, yeah. And where did she leave it? Behind. Behind where? Behind her! Russell, if her behind were behind her, the behind would be left and not left behind. Well, that's true. And so where did she leave it? Behind. Never mind. Never mind the behind. Do mind the behind. Never mind the rest. But the rest is all that's left. Left where? Left behind. Oh, all right. All right. All left. Left where? Left here. Left here. Behind. Behind who? Behind you. Behind me. Behind your behind. What's behind my behind? A girl with no behind. Yes. Russell, do you mean to tell me that behind my behind is the girl left behind who has left her behind behind? Yes. I see. Well, let's put all that behind us. Now let's begin at the beginning. Who is this her? Who is this girl? Oh, she was a dancer. A dancer? It might be our missing Miss Singh. But how does she dance with no behind? Oh, presumably she had one when she danced. A detachable behind. I must take note. Well, all behinds are detachable if you try hard enough. And you think that's what's happened here, Russell? Oh, yeah, someone's tried very hard indeed. Blimey. Well, I hope we get to the bottom of this. We've got to see Dan right away and find out if it's his sister. Oh, how will he know who it is? Oh, we'll bring the body. Come on. And so Russell and I dragged the body of the unknown dancer back to the Butterfly Club, where Dan was busy in the kitchen. Oh, what a big knife you have there, Dan.
All the better to cut large amounts of meat with.
Quite. Speaking of which, we found this body. Any chance it's your sister?
Oh, no, it's not her.
Oh dear, I really should have acquired a photograph of your sister, or at least some kind of a description before attempting the investigation.
Oh, right. There you go.
Much obliged. How very careless of me. Yes, that was very careless, Errol. And
who's this?
Well, permit me to introduce my brother, Russell Street.
Oh, you don't look or sound anything like each other.
Oh, we're brothers from a different father.
Well, then why are you both named Street?
Well, both of our fathers were named Street. It's a very common surname.
Is it?
Yes, just look in any directory.
Right, well, if you don't mind, this corpse is beginning to contravene even this time period's very lenient hygiene regulations.
My apologies. Russell, I think we'd better take this to the morgue. Thank you, Dan, and we shall let you know if there is any progression on your missing sister. Exiting the club once more, I took the body of the dancer to the morgue while Russell went off to inform his superiors.
Hello again, Mr. Street.
Oh, hello, Morgan.
And what have you brought me this time?
Oh, it's a corpse.
Oh, goody, it's a corpse. I certainly wasn't expecting that working in a morgue for 50 years.
Oh, Morgan, always the same jolly joker. Hang on.
Can't be too serious in this job.
And why not?
Well, do you know what happened to the coroner before me?
No, what happened?
Well, the coroner had a coronary.
I see. And what was the corollary?
He went on a diet. It was the coroner's coronary's culinary corollary.
I see. Now, about the corpse, will you be doing an autopsy?
Autopsy? Well, now that the buttocks have been removed, it certainly won't be an all-bottom-see. Forgive me, just a little morgue joke from Morgan Morgman, the morgue man. Yes, Mr. Street, I will be doing an autopsy.
Excellent, Morgan. Well, I'll leave you to it, but I might just take what's left of her jewelry. It's just this one ruby on her left ear. It might be connected to the case.
Certainly, Mr. Street. A pity there isn't also a necklace. She's just a bottomless... sorry, Mr. Street.
I took the ruby and showed it to all the jewelers in London. But they proved no help, and I had to conclude that it was a useless clue. In fact, it was just a red earring. After that, it was getting late, so I returned to my office, which was also my home, with no more news about the girl with no behind, or for that matter, Miss Susan Singh. The next day, I was woken by a fierce ringing of my bedside telephone. Hello? Street here. Errol Street, Mr. Errol Street, professional detective. If there's anything you want detected... Oh, it's you, Russell. Another body, you say? And it also has no buttocks. And you've already taken him to the morgue. What's that? Why do I keep repeating everything you say? Oh, just a habit. All right, I'll be right there. Now this was getting interesting. A second body with just as few buttocks on it as the other one. I threw on some clothes and then picked them up and put them on properly. And then rushed off to the morgue.
Well, gentlemen, this is a fascinating case. A fascinating case indeed. I've never seen anything like it. You put in a set of numbers and the latch opens. A fascinating case indeed. Now, on to the dead people. I believe I have uncovered the cause of death in this girl. Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Had her bum chopped off. Ah, you would think that. Oh, I do think that. Well, you were wrong. The chopping was done after she was killed.
And how was she killed?
It was poison.
Good Lord.
I suspect the gentleman was killed in the same way.
And what was the toxic substance?
The girl was poisoned with a fatal amount of coriander.
Coriander?
Well, that's a bit strange.
Not at all. I've dealt with this herb before. It means we are facing something dark and altogether wicked.
Coriander?
Yes, coriander. The evil herb. Typically used amongst satanic communities.
Blimey. Well, actually, I believe the dislike of coriander is genetic.
Yes, and so is your face, and look how that turned out. Got him. Anyway, I guess now we keep searching. After that day, more bodies started turning up, all of them without their buttocks. There were, of course, bodies that turned up with their buttocks, but we concluded these were not relevant to the case. Then, all of a sudden, they stopped. No more bodies without buttocks, just regular bodies with buttocks, which we concluded were not relevant to the case. And still no sign of Susan, whom we had sort of given up looking for. Russell and I took one of our regular strolls on the city streets, hoping for inspiration on the expiration of these buttickless citizens. So that's it, Russell. No more rumpless bodies.
Oh, there's a lot of them, no?
Yes, piles and piles.
Right, so you open a new morgue.
Yes, at least they can be stacked more flatly.
Oh, still a lot of bodies.
Hang on. Hang bloody on. How many of them are there?
How many dead bodies?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know, I didn't count them.
Well, maybe we should. I have an intuition which I'd like to investigate. Come on, back to the morgue. $145, $146, $147.
Gentlemen, what are you doing?
Well, we're counting the bodies without bottoms.
Well, you do realize I keep extensive files of all the bodies that enter the morgue, both walking and carried.
Oh gosh, yes, that would be helpful.
Here is a list of dead bodies with their buttocks.
Marvelous. Let's have a look. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4...
Well, it is a numbered list.
Well, yes, I was reading the numbers.
Oh, good. I thought you were counting them.
Sometime later, we finished reading the numbers. 331, 332, 333. 333 buttocks with no bodies. I mean bodies with no buttocks.
And what do you reckon that means?
I'm not sure.
333 bodies with no buttocks. 2 arms, 2 legs, but no buttocks.
2 arms and 2 legs, you say? And if they had buttocks, they would also have 2 buttocks.
Yes, any form there's that.
And if 333 bodies had 2 buttocks each, that makes the number of buttocks 666.
Oh no, the lightning's collapsed the morgue. Everybody out.
That was close. Anyway, did you hear that? 666 buttocks. 666, the number of the beast. Together with coriander, the herb of the beast. That confirms it. Satanists are responsible.
Oh, pretty irresponsible if you ask me.
I didn't and I won't, but you're right. Leaving bodies lying around like that are very irresponsible.
So, what do we do, Errol? Do we go after the Satanists?
But how do we find the right group? London's full of Satanists. No, we'll need another clue.
Now look, I'm a simple man. I look at simple things. If I see a man who's been shot, I find a gun. If a man's been strangled, I find a rope. And if I see 333 dead bodies, all their buttocks chopped off, then I'll find a knife or a knife-like object that might have done it.
Good Lord, Russell, I think you're right. Who knew you had it in you?
The knife?
The logic. The logic, Russell. Morgan, can you provide some insight into what may have been used to chop off the buttocks? Morgan? Dear Lord, he mustn't have escaped in time.
Here I am.
We thought you'd been killed by the collapsing building.
Killed by a morgue? That would be too ironic. No, I only think I've fractured my skull, broken my ribs, arms, legs, and ankles, and sprained a couple of wrists.
Oh, good. Now, can you provide some insight into what may have been used to chop off the buttocks?
Yes, I had been observing the pattern of the slice.
How convenient.
And I believe the weapon used was a cutlass.
A cutlass cut the lassos.
And the lads?
Yes, the devil is an equal opportunity sinner.
Yes, indeed, a cutlass made them buttless. Just some more morbid morgue humour from Morgan Morgman, the morgue man.
A cutlass? And what does a cutlass look like?
Oh, it's like a very big knife.
A very big knife? Why does that sound familiar? What a big knife you have there, Dan.
All the better to cut large amounts of meat with.
Of course, it all fits together. Dan Singh was using a very big knife that, now that I think about it, could have been a cutlass. And since he's a cook, he could have very easy access to coriander, the evil, evil herb of Satan.
You mean that fella, the cook with a missing sister?
Or the very same, the cook at the, of course, the Butterfly Club, or more commonly referred to as the Butt Club. Russell, I believe Dan is a Satanist who will use the buttocks to summon the Prince of Darkness.
What, the devil?
Yes, what? The devil. We must get there as quickly as we can.
All right, let's go.
I'll be all right.
So that was it. Dan Singh, the cook at the Butterfly Club. I knew there was something odd about him, and it wasn't the fact that he was northern, because that would be inappropriate. Russell and I jumped in the first cab we saw. The floor was a trampoline. The ceiling was a ceiling. We hit our heads repeatedly. Until we reached our destination, the Butterfly Club. And as it turned out, not a moment too soon. Quick, Russell, we've got to get inside.
Wait, there's something wrong.
I can't hear anything.
Well, that's exactly what's wrong. There's meant to be music, laughter, revelry. Instead, deathly silence.
By Jove, you're right. But wait, I can hear something. Let's go inside. As I pushed open the door, my eyes became filled with a sight I had seen quite often, actually, as you would expect me being a supernatural detective. It was a large satanic gathering. In the center of the stage was an enormous pile of buttocks. The stench was immeasurable. I suppose all stenches are immeasurable. Can you measure stench? Remind me to look that up. But in this case, the room full of rotting butt flesh had an immense odor. In front of the stage sat a group of people, all chanting, "Bum! Bum!" And there at the head of the procession was Dan himself, dressed in the dark hooded dress of a ward of Satan. Yes, a wardrobe. I crept up with Russell to hear Dan speak so I could interrupt the proceedings at exactly the right moment.
We are gathered here today. We, the group who will summon Satan using the power of buttocks. The group known as the Resurrectum. And now we begin the incantation. O Dark Lord, we beseech thee to rise, and when I complete this, you will be summoned in the pentagram which we have made out of 666 buttocks. Please rise and appear with your naked bottom before us. You, who are the leader of
this country.
Street. You dastardly dunce! You've ruined the incantation! Instead of summoning the devil, you've summoned Neville.
Yes, it's a trick I've developed when dealing with Satanists, though the Prime Minister Chamberlain is very rarely pleased. Hello, Prime Minister. Off you go.
Oh, I never thought I'd see Neville Chamberlain's naked bottom.
And you'll never see the devil's naked bottom either.
Oh, it's over. It's ruined.
Dan, may I just ask, what was your goal?
What do you mean?
I mean, what are you going to do once you summon Satan?
I don't know, really. I hadn't thought that far ahead, actually.
And so why didn't you wait?
Well, we had to do it now. It's a summoning, not a winterning.
You know, it really irritates him to be summoned willy-nilly.
Well, how do you know that?
Well, he told me.
You've met Lucifer?
Yes, in episode 327, when a group of schoolboys summoned him to help with their exams.
Did they pass?
They were violently murdered as Satan is not a plaything.
Oh, guess we dodged some unpleasant proceedings.
You literally murdered 333 people and sliced off their rear ends.
Oh, yeah.
And you're definitely going to prison.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the end of it. Mystery solved, isn't that right, Russell?
Hang on, what about that bloke's sister?
Oh, yes, what about Susan?
Yeah, what about me?
Dan, you were Susan all along?
Don't be daft, she clearly just walked through that door. Susan, where were you?
I went on holiday.
Without telling me?
I did tell you, I had a terrible toothache and so I went to the doctor.
Yeah, and it gave you instructions to relieve tooth pain.
Exactly, it gave me instructions to leave tooth pain.
Susan, did you even read the instructions?
Yes, and it said to go to Spain to see a specialist.
Oh, where'd you go then? Did you go to Barcelona, Valencia, Ibiza, San Sebastian?
No, Madrid. And don't make fun of the way I talk.
I wasn't, that's how they pronounce words there.
Oh, that explains why nobody noticed my lisp.
Look, I hate to interrupt this family reunion and scintillating phonetics tutorial, but your brother is a satanic murderer and we're taking him to prison.
Oh, I just had my teeth fixed.
Well, that's it. All mysteries solved for another week.
Hey, Errol, while we're at the bar, let's all have a drink.
Yes, come on everyone. Bottoms up. That was this week's episode. Tune in again next week for another strange and needlessly violent tale from Mysteries of an Uncanny Nature. And now, coming up right now, cast your minds back to about the late 60s, early 70s in rural outback Australia as we begin the thrilling adventures of Peru Blue, Outback Spy Hunter. Espionage is known as the mustache of crime. It can happen right under your noses. Also, spies often wear mustaches. Thankfully, one nose can sniff out espionage no matter where it happens. That nose belongs to none other than Peru Blue, member of 5 local libraries, the Industrial Fan Club, and, most importantly, the group of Outback Spy Hunters. Gosh. If there's one Shiloh who can put an end to espionage, it's Peru Blue, Outback Spy Hunter. We begin this week with a fair dinkum gang of counterfeiters in their base at the outskirts of nowhere. Now listen up. It's been tough times for us counterfeiters. Why, for years we've been going about our regular business, copying money and printing it. It's been a very simple process, which I won't describe to you right now because we're all experienced professionals. But now we as a group face a new danger. Money is changing. They're making money out of plastic.
You mean credit cards?
No, I don't mean credit cards. I mean they're making money out of plastic.
Oh, how are they doing that, boss?
Well, that's exactly what we're going to have to find out. Which is why I've enlisted the help of a real spy to help steal vital information about it from the CSIRO, who are currently developing the technology of plastic money.
Do you reckon we can trust him?
Well, of course we can. He's a professional.
If he's a professional spy, how do we know he won't double-cross us?
I guess we just operate on a system of honesty.
We, the criminal gang, operate on a system of honesty.
You haven't heard of honour among thieves?
Well, I have, but we don't steal anything.
Well, the principles are the same now. Shut up before I bloody blow your head off.
But boss,
That's it.
oh, my head.
Now listen up.
We're in the funny money business. I want no funny business. If you take away funny business from funny money business, what do you got left? Just money. Alright, now shut up and wait for the bloke to get here. As the criminals discussed their plans, Prue and her cheeky assistant, Les Mistons, went over to Gosh HQ to receive their next assignment from Chief Spy Hunter Gary Ball.
Phil, sure is a hot one, Les.
Yeah, sure is, Prue. Bloody stinker.
That's because you keep farting, Les.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, here's Gary's office.
Come in. Oh, g'day, Prue. Congratulations on getting another spy.
Here, cheers, Gary. All in a day's work.
It took a couple of days, though, didn't it?
Yeah, all in those days' work, too.
Bloody oath. How'd you do it, Prue? Every time.
Just something we in the Outback like to call being bloody good at my job.
Bloody oath. Now, Les, what's this Prue tells me about you slacking off? Me slacking off?
I never said that.
He told me he was piss-farting around.
Yeah, that means he was working hard.
I'm pretty sure it means not working hard enough.
Have you ever tried pissing and farting at the same time? Bloody hard work if you ask me.
Oh, fair point, Prue. That goes well done, Les. Yeah, cheers, Gary. Took a lot of hard work, but I finally managed to piss and fart at the same time. I mean about the spies, Les. Yeah, so did I. They were so disgusted they said they'd never be spies again. Guess I'd say that's why they call you a whiz kid. Yeah. Alright now, let's get down to business. We'll take the stairs. Alright, now we're in business. The business room. The room where we do our business.
The toilet?
It's the most private area of the building.
So what's up?
The room where we came from.
And why are we here?
To talk about the money spy.
Well, he's got a name, you know.
Yeah, and what is it?
I don't know, still trying to find that out.
Well, about that. We just got some information that the money spy has started working for an international counterfeiting ring. The G'day Disc.
The what?
The Group International de, how do you say, counterfeiters.
Oh, and where do you get that information?
Had a barbecue?
Oh, so it was a barbecue sauce.
Right. And they told us he's going to try to capture secret information about plastic money.
You mean credit cards?
I mean plastic money.
Gee whiz, I bet that won't be introduced for another 15 to 20 years, depending on exactly what year this is.
You may be right, but only if we stop the spy. So you're going to have to go to the CSIRO.
The CSIRO? But that's in the city. They're ahead of everything there.
So?
Well, I'm an out-back spy hunter, not an in-front spy hunter.
You'll do as you're told, Prue. That's an order.
And so is beans on toast, Gary, and I'm not a waitress.
I'm not asking you for breakfast, Prue. I'm asking you to go and catch that spy.
All right, Gary, but I'm not happy.
No, you're Prue. Prue Blue. The best damn spy hunter we got.
Oh, flattery will get you nowhere.
But it'll get you into town, and after that bloody spy.
All right, come on, Les. We're going to the city.
And so Prue and Les wandered off to the big smoke, and once they'd finished their cigarettes, they head off to the city, in search of the elusive money spy. It was around closing time at the CSIRO by the time they arrived, but they were determined to speak to the head scientist.
G'day, are you the head scientist?
Yes, but they call us psychologists now.
Oh, great. Well, can you tell us what the research for the plastic money is?
Yeah, it's a... Hang on. Who are you? Why should I tell you when the very confidential research is happening?
Oh, Prue Blue, Outback Spy Hunter. This here's my assistant, Les.
Oh, great. Well, it's right over here.
Oh, so this is where the magic happens.
Well, it's not magic, it's science.
All right, Arthur C. Clarke. Now, we've had reports of certain information leaking out.
I know, I made them.
The leaks?
The reports.
I see. Oh, have you noticed any fishy behaviour?
Well,
And don't say a fish.
I was going to say a dolphin.
A dolphin's a mammal, not a fish.
Oh, I'm not a zoologist.
Neither am I, and I still know a dolphin's a mammal.
Whatever it is, I've noticed it.
You've noticed the dolphin?
Oh, that's right, over there in the corner.
Anything else you've noticed that might actually help with this investigation?
Not really.
Right, cheers. Thanks for your help, Collar. If you get a whiff of anything that isn't a dolphin, give us a yell.
Meanwhile, at the counterfeiter's base, the fellas discuss their next move.
Alright, what's our next move?
We've got to be strategic about this. Now, let's see. Yeah, I think I got it. Bishop to e3. Alright, send that through to our chess by mail opponent.
What about the spy?
Oh yeah, he's checking out the CSIRO, no worries. As the criminals grew more and more confident with their operation, Prue and Les drove back to Gosh HQ to receive a different board game and further instructions.
Listen, Prue, this is too big. They're bringing in the FBI.
The who?
No, not the World Health Organization or Roger Daltrey. The Federal Bureau of Investigation.
More like federal bloody idiots, if you ask me.
Can't talk that way about the world's top investigators.
I'm the world's top investigator, Gary. That's why you hired me, isn't it?
Well, actually, we hired you for tokenistic diversity reasons, Prue. But, coincidentally, you are also the world's top investigator. And frankly, we're more than a little ashamed.
Because I'm a woman?
No, Prue, because you're a tall poppy.
Look, I've had enough of your metaphorical gardening inferiority complex, Gary.
Look, Prue, they're very good at their job.
I'll believe it when I see it.
You'll see it soon enough.
Oh, who's that bloke?
Well, that's Les.
I mean the other bloke.
Oh, that's our new FBI agent.
Oh, gee, that was soon.
Good afternoon. My name's Heston. Charlton Heston. No relation.
To whom?
To anyone. My family's dead.
Hang on, I thought the CIA dealt with spies.
I'm not here to catch the spy. I'm here to catch the counterfeiters.
Yeah, how are you going to do that, mate?
Look, I've done some research. You see, with the release of color photocopiers in 1967, counterfeiting organizations began to copy the paper money.
All right, encyclopedia, shit, Tannigan, now. What do you suggest we do?
Well, we're gonna hunt down all the photocopier stores in the general area.
Well, there's only one.
We've got to hunt down the one photocopier store in the general area.
Oh, it's round the corner.
Well, then let's go.
It'll take a while.
I thought you said it was round the corner.
It's a long corner.
Then let's go. And so Prue and Les and now Charlton went off in search of the one photocopier shop in the general area. What do you reckon they found there? Find out after the break. That was the break. Now let's find out. G'day! Photocopiers, photocopiers, photocopiers! That's what we got here. Just a room full of photocopiers. 2 rooms of photocopiers if you count the room upstairs that's got photocopiers, which you should count because it's got photocopiers, only most of them are broken. Photocopiers, photocopiers, photocopiers. We also sell ink.
Oh, we've come to the right place.
You certainly have. The right place photocopier shop. Now what can we do for you? We got, you got photocopiers. We also sell ink.
Yeah, listen, mate. Prue Blue's the name, Prudence Blue's the full name. This here's Les and this here's Charlton. We're spy hunters. We're after a group of counterfeiters.
Sorry, ma'am, we only sell photocopiers and ink.
Oh, have you seen any counterfeiters?
Well, how do you think we fit our counter?
Mate, she obviously means the blokes who make fake money.
How do I know if I've seen any of them?
Oh, that's a good point. Now, what's your name, mate?
My name is Mr. Bull, Mr. Kenny Bull.
Oh, Mr. Bull, you sure you haven't seen anyone suspicious buying photocopiers?
A lot of people buy photocopiers. They also buy ink.
Oh, well, let's go, Prue. This guy's useless.
I'm not useless. I've been employee of the month every month since the store opened.
Does anyone else even work here?
Just me son Terry. Now he's useless.
Terry Bull?
Yes, awful.
Can we talk to him?
No, he's dead.
So how does he work here?
He doesn't. As I said, useless. Look, shouldn't we ask him about sales records? We don't sell records, only photocopiers and ink.
Look, where do you write down who you've sold photocopies and ink to?
Oh, you mean my sales records? Why don't you ask for that? I'll just go and fetch them.
Do you think we have time for a quick bite?
Why would you bite a photocopier?
I don't know. I'm hungry.
Oh, here you are. Take a look.
Wow, this is illegible.
Oh, no, it's illegible. I gave it to you. I mean, I can't read your handwriting.
Okay, it's not that bad.
All right, Les, you'll be in charge of reading the ledger. Now, can we take this as official evidence?
I'm afraid I can't give you the original.
Can we make a copy?
And how are you going to do that? Oh yes, the photocopiers this store is so renowned for.
Then let's get started. And so the three of them stood there photocopying the store's